Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. Well, we fell back below the 179.30 2.5-year channel top. We closed above it 2 weeks ago. Last week was a pause, a hesitation. This week, well, the week isn't over, but at least on Tuesday, we fell back below this area, which has set up a 3 to 5 day sell signal into a zone of support that is presently 172.81 down to 168.99. We may see this area today. 168.99 to 172.81 is narrowing, as you can see, daily. By this time next week, it'll converge into a single point. Right now, it is a range. I wouldn't sell this market on a longer-term basis unless either A, we clearly close the week below the 179.30 structure, and where we are in present price levels would do the trick. After all, keep in mind the triple Q, as I've been saying, and the NASDAQ 100 underlying index itself have both been merely testing their channel top that the NVIDIA stock finds at 179.30. In other words, it's been holding, and it's been holding well for both the NASDAQ 100 and the triple Q, and they have both fallen away in similar fashion to what NVIDIA did on Tuesday, and in part because NVIDIA sort of dragged the index south on its sell signal. So if we close Friday below 179.30 in the present vicinity, a 1% below it is the number I would use. Then yes, 149.41 I think becomes a realistic 2 to 3 month objective or sooner. And that becomes clarified. The other shoe drops, if you will, on that count. If we were to close, today, I'm looking for the right chart, below 168.99. And that's just not going to happen. So in terms of a 3 to 5 day swing trade, it presents itself at 172.81 on the buy side. You may be short now, maybe not. I mean, yesterday's sell-off was pretty quick. For the day itself, I've got 176.88 as an intraday pivot point, and you can see that here lower right. So below 176.88, we should see 172.81 today, which is the beginning of a zone down to 168.99, narrowing gradually. That can absorb selling for the week itself. There is still enough time for us to test, for instance, 172.81 today and round back up to close the week at or above this 179.30 long-term channel top, which would maintain the buy signal that played out 2 weeks ago, wherein we're anticipating 219.64 as a 2 to 3 month target. So, the jury is still out, really, in terms of what is the big picture, what is the longer-term outlook. This was a Tuesday settlement. We've got 3 full days left for lots to happen. But if we were to close Friday in the present vicinity, the 149.41 formation would become a 2 to 3 week objective, which would become further clarified if we were to close. I keep clicking the wrong chart. If we were to close over the next few days below 168.99. So that is where we're at right now. It is a bit of a mixed bag. Are we in a long-term sell signal? The daily chart says yes, indeed, with a settlement below 168.99. The weekly chart says yes, the risk is to the downside if we close below 179.30 on Friday. The upper 140s you can then play as an objective, anticipating then over the following week or two a settlement below 168.99. I hope that makes sense. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, you can bottom pick 172.81, and then you definitely want to be out and short below 168.99. In fact, the settlement below 168.99 would provide not only a 3 to 5 day swing trade opportunity. I don't have a target at this point, but also a 3 to 5 week swing trade opportunity. Closing below 168.99, it does clarify 149.41 as a 3 to 5 week objective, where we can bottom out through the rest of the year actually and round back up again. And this range does begin, as you can see, in the low 150s. You have this January high of 153.13.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Let's talk upside again today. You've got 179.06 to 179.44. If we happen to push or open today above 176.88, we can quite easily rally into the 179 handle, where we've got 179.06, this inside 4-month channel, and 179.41, which is the channel top on the daily chart, to the weekly chart at 179.30. I have it as 179.30. I'm just going to keep it there because that is the weekly chart version. But you can sell into this zone certainly on a day trade basis if we happen to, push or open above the where are you, 76.88 level. If we push or open above it, we can see 179.06 to 179.30 actually today. And if we open below 176.88, we should see 172.81, the beginning of a zone down to 168.99 that can contain weekly selling pressures. And from here, we can round up by Friday to 179.30 or higher. If we close below 179.30 on Friday, this big area, but we don't close below, the 168.99 level, then we've got, I skew to the downside. I think the failure to follow through on that long-term buy signal by closing back below 179.30 is a sign of weakness unto itself. When you couple that with the Triple Q and the NASDAQ 100 having held, quite well, its 2.5-year channel top that NVIDIA closed above 2 weeks ago. When you put that all together, you have to skew to the downside in terms of the longer-term outlook, in terms of the 2 to 3 month outlook. But in the interim, we can bottom out at 168.99 to 172.81 even through next week, and then kind of play ping pong, if you will, between the upper 170s, the 179 handle, and this 168.99 formation. But I think if we close this week below 179.30, it's just a matter of time, really, before we then have a clarifying sell signal closing below 168.99. That would be my outlook. Keep in mind that this week, wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on Monday on Sunrun Incorporated. That is an American photovoltaic manufacturer. We see the possibility for a 30% return on that underlying stock if we get the buy signal that we present in the video. And you can see it for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll see our more recent stock picks, 2 a week that we put out on a regular basis, and our daily Triple Q and our daily SPY analysis, our daily Triple Q and our weekly NASDAQ 100 index analysis that I think you should have at your side when you're trading NVIDIA, because NVIDIA is such an important part of those too. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. There is one more thing I want to say, that we are in a kind of a short-term sell signal below 179.30. There's plenty of time for the market to recover, and recover it very well may above this 168.99 to 172.81 region by the end of the week. And if we close the week 179.30 or higher, we still remain in a long-term buy signal, expecting 219.64 over the next 2 to 3 months. So we'll continue to nuance this over the next few days, so stay tuned. I will be back, of course, tomorrow with Thursday's NVIDIA report, and you have a great day.